All right, welcome to the CajunCrawfish.com test kitchen again today. I'm Chef Boyer. We're bringing one of my favorites to you from the French Quarter, New Orleans. The beignets from Cafe Du Monde. The mix and the coffee, which you can get on our website, CajunCrawfish.com. All you've got to do is add water to the mix, cut the dough, deep fry, top with powdered sugar, and enjoy with a nice hot cup of their chicory coffee. Both New Orleans classics, deep tradition. Just the smell alone takes me back to the French Quarter. Okay, so we'll get started. We have about 2 to 3 inches, inch and a half, 2 inches of oil here in our cast iron pot. We're letting that preheat up to 370 degrees. We're going to take our Cafe Du Monde beignet mix, and we're going to get this mixed. All you need is the beignet mix, which you get from CajunCrawfish.com, and a little water. So we've got, per the recipe on the back of the box, 2 cups of the beignet mix, and then 7 ounces of water. I've got this pre-measured. We're basically just going to pour this in here, get this started, get this mixed together, and then we're going to roll it out on our cooking surface here. So we just want to incorporate the water into the mix. We're making a nice little dough. If you've ever made biscuits or donuts or anything else, that's basically all we're doing here. We want to bring this together. And once this starts to come together with a ball, we'll get our hands in there. Chef's best tools are his hands. So once this starts to come together, we'll put that aside. We'll start to create a ball out of it. And then once we've got it incorporated, we're going to go ahead and put it onto our board here. Use a little flour, a little rolling pin, and we're going to get this rolled out. Alright, now we've got our dough here on the table ready to go. I'm going to take some flour and kind of rub it in my hands. This is going to prevent it from sticking. We're just going to put some flour here on the dough ball itself. A little bit on the table. You can be real generous with that. You don't want it to stick. Start to pound it down. Now we want to roll this out to about 1/8 of an inch. And it's going to be nice and rustic, so it doesn't really matter how you do this, but you want to go a nice large rectangle if you can, in a square, little square donut. So we want to go ahead and get this rolled out into a bit of a rectangle or a square. And all we're going to do is basically take our knife and cut it into roughly 2.5 inch squares. Don't worry about putting too much flour on it. Be liberal. It's much better to have too much flour and not have it stick than not have enough and then it sticks on you. Alright, so now we're just going to take our chef's knife, standard knife, whatever you have in the kitchen, and we're going to go ahead and cut the dough roughly 2 inches, nice and square. You can get creative with this if you want. You can do you can do holes, you can do donuts. Traditionally this is served in a square. Okay, and now we're ready to fry. Okay, now we've got our donuts cut and ready to go. Our oil here is about 370 degrees. We want it just hot enough so that when the beignet goes in, it'll pop back up to the surface within about 5 or 6 seconds. And I don't want to overload this. We're only going to put 3 or 4 in here at a time. It's real important that we're serving these nice and hot though. So what we've got here, we're going to put 4 of them in. Got a little slotted spoon. We're gonna just kind of continue to, as they puff up, we're going to continue to just baste it basically. You want to get a little oil on top. Flip them every now and then. You're looking at probably 2 to 3 minutes until they're golden brown on each side. As you can see, they're starting to puff up. I have a paper towel lined plate here. We want to take it from the oil straight to the paper towel just for a few moments, just to soak up some of that excess grease. Then we're going to hit it with some powdered sugar. Now we have a little sifter here with some powdered sugar in it. You can absolutely use that. If you don't have one, you can use your hands, a little slotted spoon, whatever you've got around the house that'll make it easy to sprinkle. If you have these in the French Quarter, it's just loaded down with sugar, so you're not looking to go real light on the sugar at this point. And again, best served right out of the fryer. We want to soak up the grease, get some sugar on it, and then enjoy with your favorite cup of coffee. Today we're actually serving this with our Cafe Du Monde blend. It is a chicory coffee that they serve in New Orleans. Good. So chicory, here's the Cafe Du Monde chicory blend coffee. Chicory was used after the Civil War when the port of New Orleans was shut down. Chicory was added to the coffee to stretch the supply so that the New Orleanians could still enjoy their coffee. And based on tradition, New Orleans is a city heavily doused in tradition. they've just kind of kept it going. It's a really nice, robust flavor. So here we've got nice golden brown. We don't want to let these burn. Obviously you want your slotted spoon here, let any of that excess grease fall off. Alright, just a few seconds. If you got some grease sitting on top like this one, we'll just give it a flip over like that. Okay, you can always pat it down as well. We'll place 3 or 4 of these on the plate just like this. Alright, we take our sifter, and again, the more the better. And here we have our French Quarter style beignets straight out of Cafe Du Monde from our website, CajunCrawfish.com, to your table.